Good morning, students. Today in our science class, let us study a new chapter. First of all, dear students, I hope all of you are quite well. Now, in this pandemic situation, tell me, how has COVID-19 affected our body most? Which part of our body is being highest affected because of COVID-19? You may be knowing the symptoms of COVID-19, is not it? COVID-19 is causing a great harm to our respiratory system, our lungs, the entire breathing system, is not it? And this COVID-19 virus or coronavirus is affecting which state of our body or what aspect of our life? It is affecting highest the health of our body. It is affecting highest the health of our body. Okay, students? So now, let us know what is health. When I say you about health, what comes generally to your mind? Health in simple words means being well, is not it? If you are well, that means you are healthy. So when we talk about health, we mean that we are simply talking about being well or not. Health is not simply being physically healthy, but also it means to be fit socially as well as mentally. Children, when we talk about being healthy, we generally think that if we are physically healthy, then only we are healthy. Is not it? Physically healthy means if you are not having any disease, any fever or any other difficulty in your physical state, that is in your body, you think that you are healthy. But it does not mean to be healthy if you are only physically healthy. When you mean about health, it means that a person must also be socially as well as mentally healthy. Okay? Health means a state of physical, mental and social well-being of a person. It is not only physical, it is also mental and social well-being of a person. That means, what is the mental condition of the person? Is he happy or is he very sad? Is he depressed or is he quite disturbed? These things also come under the health of a person. And not only physical and mental, but also social well-being. Social well-being means when a person is living in a society or when a person is living among the other people of the community, what is his or her relation with other people? His neighbors, his relatives, his friends, his family, everyone. How is he socially active or not? Or whether he can live among other people or not. This everything comes under health of a person. A person is said to be healthy when he is fit physically, mentally and socially. These three aspects are to be filled up. Okay? Person must be physically healthy, mentally healthy and also socially healthy. Then only you can say that the health of this person is good. So children, from this discussion, you might be knowing that today we are going to start a new chapter of our science textbook, that is the chapter 13. Do you know what is the name of the chapter? Yes, probably you are being knowing. This is the chapter, Why Do We Fall Ill? That means, why are we falling ill? Surely there must be some cause due to which we fall ill. Ill means sick or having any problem or difficulty. Now children, let us first discuss the factors responsible for health of a person. When I talk about your health, if I say your health, what is happening to your health? Then what will be the factors or what will be the things or issues which will be responsible for the health of a person? The factors which are responsible are surroundings of a person. A person who is living in a particular place, what are his or her surroundings by which the person is surrounded? This may not be only physical things, it may be also the people, the environment, the community, everything. Okay? So now let us talk about physical environment of the person. Physical environment means What is the type of weather, climate, or is the place where he is staying is clean or not? Or what is the physical condition? These all things comes under physical environment. Social environment. Health of a person is also affected by social environment. Social environment means the society in which the person is living. Whether the person is living alone, if he or she is living alone, he will be quite aloof from the society. That means he will be quite separated from the society. And we know that human being is a social creature, is not it? That means we cannot live alone. We need other people also for us. Is the person having a good social environment also affects the health of a person? If there is a very much disturbance near his residential area, that means the people who are living thereby are not very good to him, or they are not treating him well, or he do not have a good relation with other people, that means his social environment is not okay for his health. Another factor is public cleanliness. That means in which place the person lives, what is the condition of the place? That means, is the place clean or is it dirty? Is it hygienic or not? This also affects the health of a person. And moreover, we know that good food affects the health of the person highest. When you are taking good food, that means you will be healthy. And if you are not getting proper nutrition, if you are not having good food, that means your health may be affected. And all these things, to have a good surrounding, to have a good physical environment, to have a good food, people or a person must also have good economic conditions. That means his economical conditions, his monetary conditions must be okay. If it is below the expected level, or if he or she is having below poverty level, that is his or she is a very poor person or having much difficult economic conditions, then you can say that that person is deprived, or that person is not getting that amount of facilities or that amount of necessities that the person must get to have a good health. And also we know that for having a good health, emotional state of the person is also necessary. What emotional conditions he or she is going through? Is he or she suffering from depression? Or is the person too sad? Or is the person lonely? Or is the person having any difficulty? These all things affect the health of a person directly or indirectly. Okay? Now children, when we say about being healthy, if I say being healthy, what do you mean? Is it same to being disease free? Is being healthy and being disease free similar? No. The answer is no. Healthy and disease free is not similar. Only not to have disease does not mean that you are a healthy person. So now let us know about what is the difference between being healthy and being disease free. Okay? Now what do you mean by being healthy? Good health or healthy does not only mean to be disease free. As I said to you, that if you don't have disease, then you cannot say that you are a healthy person. Because to become a healthy person, many other factors are responsible. Also, good health may vary from person to person. Whether you are having a good health or not, it will vary from person to person. That means it is not same for all. Your condition and your sister's or your brother's condition might be same. That means you are also not having any disease. He or your brother or your sister may also not be having any disease. But your health may be different. Okay? It means if he or she can do his or her activities not only properly but to the best of the ability or perfectly, then you can say that person is healthy. That means all the activities which you have, as for example, if someone of you like to play volleyball, if someone of you likes to play cricket, or there are many people or many children among you who likes to play instruments like flute, etc. If you can do that activity which you can do properly, and not only properly but to the best of the ability or perfectly. That means if you can do that thing perfectly as you used to do before, that means you are healthy. As for example, if a sports person, suppose a cricketer, if that cricketer, what is the main thing that a cricketer do? That means what is the main activity that a cricketer do? He or she plays cricket, is not it? If the cricketer can play cricket very well, perfectly, that means that cricketer is a healthy person. Okay, suppose as if you take the example of a person who plays flute. If the person can play flute very well or very properly, he knows to play flute, or he or she knows to play flute, if he or she can play the flute properly without having any difficulty in his body, that means the person is healthy. But if the person is having difficulty in playing flute, but he played before, that means his health is affected. Okay, if a cricketer who used to play before very well now is unable to play, that means that cricketer's health is being affected. You cannot say that the cricketer is now healthy. Okay, when we say a person is healthy, we say about his society, family, body as well as mental state to be good. As I told you, when you say that this person is healthy, as for example a particular boy or girl of your class is healthy, that means he or she is not only having good body state, that means his body is not only good but also his society is good, his family is good, and moreover his mental state is also good. Healthy state is associated to society and community. When we say about being healthy, that means it is associated to society and community. Healthy, to say a person healthy, you will not only say about the person himself or herself, you are also talking about his or her society and community. Our next topic comes as the disease free. So we were discussing that whether healthy and disease free is same, but we know that these are not same. Let us see how. The word disease, you have always been hearing this word. It's not a disease. What is the meaning of disease? Disease means disturbed ease. Okay? This disease word is a combination of two words. Disturbed ease. If you combine these two words, disturbed dis and from ease, this disease word comes. That means disturbed ease means easily you cannot do anything. When you have difficulty in doing something easily, that you can always do easily, that means you are having disease. Let us see how. Disease means a particular type of discomfort. When you are having any disease, as for example, if you are having a suppose if you are having common cold, or if you are having fever, that means you are having little bit disturbed in your easy conditions, or you are having discomfort. That means when you are having fever, your head will start aching, your body will start aching, your body temperature will be high, you will not feel anything like eating, you will not want to eat anything. That means during these things, what is happening, you are having discomfort. That means your comfort is being hampered. When you are saying disease free, that means you are free from disease. This means that a person is having disease free if he do not have any symptoms of disease. If there is no symptoms means signs, the signs of a disease. A group of signs together are called symptoms. Okay, if you have many signs of a disease, this is called symptoms. If that person is not having any symptom of a particular disease, that means that person is disease free. When we say a person is disease free, we mean his or her body is not showing any symptom of a particular disease. Okay, now children, healthy and disease free is not same, because when you are disease free, you generally do not show any symptoms of a particular disease. Okay, suppose if you are not having high temperature, or if you are not having colds, coughing, sneezing, then we can say that you are disease free. But if you are not having these symptoms, we cannot say that you are healthy. Okay, are you getting what I am saying? As for example, if you are not having fever, if you are not having sneezing or coughing, that means you are disease free. You are not having any symptoms. If I ask you whether you are infected by COVID-19, then if you will, first of all, you will see that whether you are coughing or not, whether you are having fever or not, whether you are having temperature or not. That means whether you are having whether you are sneezing or not. These things you are going to see. And if you do not have these symptoms, you think that you are disease free. But only by becoming disease free, a person cannot become healthy. Because to become healthy, a person is also required to have his society, family, mental state, community, everything good. Are you getting now? Only by the condition of his body, you cannot say that person is healthy. By the condition of his body, you can say that person is disease free. But to become healthy person, he will also have to have this society, family, mental state, community, everything in a very good condition. Disease free is associated generally to individual. That means when I say that you are disease free, I am talking only about you. Or if I am saying that I am disease free, I am talking only about me. That means only at a time we talk about an individual only. Okay, either you or me. But when you say healthy state, this means when I say you to be healthy, this means that not only you are in a proper condition, but your family, your environment, your community, your society, your mind, everything is in a good condition. Now students, we always have confusion that how will we know that we have diseases? Only by not having symptoms are we going to know that we are not having diseases? Let us know how. Our body has different types of cells that group into tissues and organs. You have earlier read about cells. Cells, what happen? They form together, they form tissues, and these tissues together they form organs. The example of organs, can you say? Liver, kidney, heart, is not it? These organs together, they perform together to perform specific functions in an organ system. As for example, your stomach, liver, food pipe, gallbladder, everything, these organs together they combine to perform in the which system of our body? Stomach, liver, food pipe. These things perform generally in the small intestine. Generally they perform in the digestive system of our body. So this type of these cells, they together perform in an organ system. And these organ systems have different types of functions, because there are many organ systems in our body, we know, right? Such as for example, digestive system, excretory system, reproductive system, respiratory system. These systems are responsible for these type of functions: digestion, excretion, respiration, reproduction, etc. Children, when there is disease in our body, then what may happen, you know, two things might happen. That is, functioning of these systems may not be proper. As we are talking about digestive system, excretory system, respiratory system, reproductive system, the functioning of these systems that we are talking, these systems may not be proper. That means how these systems are functioning, that functioning method may be affected. That means if you are having difficulty in your stomach, suppose, then what will happen? Your digestive system is affected. Is not it? If you are having difficulty in your if you are having difficulty while your urine in your urinary system, that means your excretory system is affected. And if your excretory system is affected, there are many things that may be affected. Either your kidney may be affected, or your urethra may be affected. Okay, or your urinary bladder may be affected. So many things are there. And moreover, appearance of one or more system may also change to worse. That means if you are having any disease, then what may happen? The functioning of the systems will be affected. And moreover, appearance of this one system or more than one system may also be affected. Appearance means the way how it seems to us or the way how it looks. Appearance of that system will be affected. Not only one system, one or more system may be affected. And it may not only affected, but it may go to worse conditions. As you know, children, for example, you have heard people who are having diabetes, is not it? You have heard about people who are having diabetes. Diabetes. Okay. What happens in diabetes generally? In diabetes, this is a disease, okay? A person who is having diabetes, what happens to him in the later stage? You will see that his kidney is affected, his liver is affected, everything is affected at last. Generally, a person who is having diabetes dies because of kidney failure, liver failure, etc. But we know that kidney is a part of excretory system, is not it? And liver is a part of digestive system. You have seen that because of this disease, diabetes, excretory system is also affected and digestive system is also affected. Is not it? That means when you are having a disease, only one system is not affected. More than one system may be affected because all these systems, digestion, excretion, respiration, reproduction, are interlinked with one another. These are connected with one another. Okay? These are connected with one another. These systems are connected with one another. So, because of any disease, what happens? All these systems may be affected. And appearance may also be affected and functioning may also be affected. Now, what happens when we have diseases? What happens generally when we have diseases? The changes that occurs due to diseases give rise to certain symptoms. Simply to have any disease, to get to know whether we are having any disease or not, we generally see the list of symptoms that we are having. Okay? And if a disease comes in our body, then we will see that there are certain symptoms. Symptoms means signs. Okay? These symptoms are nothing but the signs of the disease. Whether you are having this disease or not, there will be some signs, or else how will you know that whether you are having the disease or not? So these symptoms are nothing but these are the signs of a disease. Symptoms are the things in our body that we feel is going wrong. That means you will get certain signs in your body that something in your body is not going good. Something is going wrong. And this wrong, everything that is happening wrong are the symptoms of a disease. Now, what may be the example of symptoms? Symptoms generally what they have, that this happen, they will come as a sign. Okay, it will come as a sign. You are having some diseases, how will you know? After getting these signs or after getting these signals, that means these symptoms, you are going to know that you are having some diseases. Now let us know some examples of symptoms. As for example, headache. Headache is not a disease. Children, when you listen that somebody says that I am having headache, that means it does not mean that he or she is having headache disease. Headache is a symptom. Headache may be caused due to various diseases. Many diseases may be there because of which you may have headache. As for example, you may have diseases in eyes also, or you may have diseases in your head, in your brain also, or there may be many diseases like you may have some kind of infection also, or you may have infection in your nose also, or ear also, many areas. So this headache is a symptom. It is not a disease. Cough. When you cough is not itself a disease. Okay, this is only a symptom. Cough may be caused because of many different diseases. Either you may have common cold, or even nowadays we can see that cough is also caused from COVID-19. isn't it? And moreover, there are many other diseases like influenza, viral fever. Many diseases are there because of which cough can cause. So cough is not a disease, or when you cough, it is not a disease, but it is a symptom. Loose motions. Loose motions means when while going to toilet, if your stool is not in a proper consistency, if the stool is in a more liquid form, that means you are having loose motions. Loose motion is not a disease, as I said you. As I said you children, loose motion is not a disease, but it is a symptom. Loose motion may be caused due to many diseases. As for example, you may have food poisoning, you may have problems in your stomach, you may have problem in your liver, or you may have any infection in your intestines. So there are many causes because of which loose motion can occur. These are only symptoms that you will see. Wound with pus. That means, wound means when you get hurt somewhere, when you are having a very much big wound, then what happens? Pus comes out. Pus means the white liquid which comes out when you get hurt. Sometimes, okay, when you get hurt, for in order to protect your wound, or in order to protect your place of being hurt or being cut from infection, your body will produce pus. This is white in color generally. If you see wound with pus, you are going to know that either you have got hurt or some infection is happening. So there may be different diseases which may cause these things. Symptoms will indicate whether you are having any disease or not. These are actually indicators. This will give you, or this will say you, whether you are having any disease or not. Now children, there are two types of diseases. One disease is acute disease and other is chronic disease. All of you note these two types of diseases in your copies or in your notebooks, that there are two types of diseases, acute and chronic. Now let us know what are these two types of diseases. First of all, acute diseases. What are acute diseases? There are some diseases which only last for a short period of time. These are called acute diseases. Acute diseases are nothing but these are some diseases, a list of diseases which will last in your body only for a short period of time. And after that, it will get cured. Okay, so these diseases are called acute diseases. Examples. Can you think of some examples, children? In your notebook, write some examples of acute diseases. What may be the examples of acute diseases? I say to you that these diseases only last for a short period of time. And after that, they get recovered. As for example, common cold. Is not it? You get common cold seasonally. When cold comes or when season changes, we generally get common cold. But common cold do not last for the whole lifetime. It will get over after your immunity is being built. Diarrhea. You have heard about diarrhea? It is nothing but it is like loose motion. Okay. So diarrhea is also an acute disease. It may be caused because of various infections in your digestive system. Children, note down the spelling of diarrhea. D-I-A-R-R-H-O-E-A. Diarrhea. We generally write it as diarrhea, but we speak it as diarrhea. Okay? Do not make the spelling wrong. You write this spelling number of times so that it becomes clear to you. So these examples like common cold, diarrhea, these are acute diseases. Okay? These diseases come for a short period of time and then they recover. Now let us come to the second type, which is called as chronic diseases. There are some diseases which can last for a long time, very long time. These are not like acute diseases, and it may even last for a lifetime. For a lifetime also it may remain, these diseases, and these are called chronic diseases. Examples. Children, think of examples of chronic diseases which last for the lifetime of a person. One example is elephantiasis. Have you heard about this disease earlier? We will talk about this in the later part of our class. Another one is cancer. All of you know about cancer. Cancer is a chronic disease. It is not an acute disease. It lasts for a long period of time in a person, and even it may also last for a lifetime. Tuberculosis, which we also call as TB. This is also a chronic disease. And moreover, diabetes. It may last for a long time, and also it may last for the lifetime of a person. Now, how these acute and chronic diseases affect a person? Now children, we know that acute and chronic diseases are not same, is not it? One has effect for a very short time, another has effect for the lifetime. So, as their effects are not same, you will also not see how it affects to be similar, is not it? That means acute diseases will get over very soon, so they do not cause major effect on general health. You will have common cold, and after some time this cold will also go away. So it will not have major effect on general health. Your general health will not be much affected. But chronic disease take long time to get over. Chronic disease do not get over very soon, and sometimes it may not be even cured. Even you will not find that these chronic diseases are curing. So it causes major effect to health. It will affect the health for the whole lifetime or for a very long period of time. Chronic diseases have a very drastic long-term effect on our health as compared to acute diseases. Acute and chronic diseases are not same, as we know. Chronic diseases will affect your health more. That means drastic long-term effect. Drastic means a very big effect. Long-term, that means a longer effect on a person's health as compared to acute diseases. Now common cold, as I have told you, this is an acute disease. What you will see during common cold? In common cold, you will not see that you are losing weight. Will you see? Do you generally lose weight because of common cold? No, right? We also do not find major difficulty in breathing all the time. Because of common cold, you may have difficulty in breathing because your nose might be blocked, but all the time you don't feel it. After your cold gets over, you become okay, is not it? You feel tired, but you feel little tired, not very much, little tired. We have coughing and sneezing, but it does not cause much effect on our lungs. It is seasonal, okay? So it is not affecting the body very much. But another disease is there, that is tuberculosis, which we also known as TB. It is commonly known to us as TB. It is a chronic disease. In tuberculosis, what you will see, you will suffer major weight loss. Here symptoms are similar, children, but here also the person coughs, here also the person coughs. Here the person sneezes, here also the person sneezes. But this is an acute disease and this is a chronic disease. Here you will see weight loss of the person. That person will have difficulty in breathing all the time. And also he may feel tired very soon for the rest of the lifetime. Even if this tuberculosis gets over or he cures from it, this tiredness of the person may last. Not will last, it may last for the lifetime. And also this will cause major damage in the lungs for the entire life. Common cold will not affect the lungs much as tuberculosis. It may affect the lungs for the entire lifetime. Now children, we were talking about elephantiasis in earlier topic. Do you know what is this? It is a disease. Elephantiasis. Elephantiasis. It is coming from the word elephant. You can see in this picture, children, this is a disease in which the feet of this person is becoming a very big one. Can you see? This foot is normal, but this foot is becoming a very big one, just like an elephant. Because of this symptom only, this is a symptom. His leg has been swelled, okay? It has swelled just like as big as an elephant's foot. So this disease is known as elephantiasis. Now what happens in these diseases? This disease, elephantiasis, is also known as filariasis. Filariasis. Here what happens? Swelling of limb takes place. Limb means foot. swelling of this foot is taking place. It is seen to be very common in many parts of India. It is caused by some filarial parasites that go inside human through mosquito bite. Some parasites are there that will go inside the body of a human, and how it will go? Through bite of a mosquito. Children, we have seen that mosquito bite is harmful in many different other ways. You know other diseases also which are caused due to mosquito bite. So it is better to keep ourselves safe from bite of a mosquito. And it is a lifetime infective disease. After filariasis happened, there is very much less chance of getting the normal foot back again. This is a lifetime infective disease. For a lifetime, this disease will continue in the person. First of all, if it starts swelling here, it will go up swelling upwards, and moreover, it will start swelling to the upper part of the body. In fact, it may go also to the stomach. Okay. Now children, can you say me whether this elephantiasis is an acute or chronic disease? You have seen the symptoms of this disease. Now try to remember that whether this disease is a chronic disease or acute disease. There is no need to memorize this whether it is a chronic or acute disease. Only by seeing the symptoms you can say that whether it is a chronic or acute disease. You think of it. We will talk about it in our next class. Okay, so thank you children for your concentration. We will be talking more about this chapter, why do we fall ill, in our next class. Thank you.